Good morning everyone. Now today's topic is related to our practical examination. Today I'll show you a few practicals. Now today's first practical is test for the functional group, and on the basis of these practicals I will upload a worksheet for you, objective type question worksheet for you in the homework portal, and you have to complete that worksheet. It is a type of a viva examination for you. So the first practical is test for the functional group. Now before starting this topic or this practical, now let us discuss about the functional group, because it is important to know what is functional group. So a functional group may be defined as an atom or a group of atom which largely determines the chemical properties of any organic compound. So the functional group determine the properties. They determine the properties of any organic compound in which it is present. So actually this practical, this heading or the functional group test for the functional group, this practical belongs to the organic chemistry. We all know very well there are three parts of the chemistry. One is the organic, inorganic, and third one is the physical chemistry. So this practical belongs to the organic chemistry. Now the organic chemistry is the study of carbon compound, or it is the study of the hydrocarbon compound or the hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon means which are the compound which contain only hydrogen and carbon are known as hydrocarbons and its derivatives. So we all know very well that carbon is a versatile element, because everywhere the carbon is present in everything. So as there are a large number of carbon compound, so to facilitate their study, all known organic compound are grouped into families or the homologous series. Now what is homologous series? The homologous series is that series in which the one member is different from other member by CH2 group. There is a difference of CH2 group, that is known as the homologous series. So each group or family exhibit similar chemical properties, and this common feature present in a homologous series, and this common feature is known as this one, that is the functional group. This common feature is called the functional group. We all are aware of the functional group. We have already studied the functional group in our previous classes, that alcohol, phenol, aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid, amines, they all are the functional group. Now in this practical, first of all we have to check or test for the unsaturation. Now unsaturation, if we are, because here we said that it is a study of, it is the organic chemistry is the study of hydrocarbon. So we know that hydrocarbon is of two types. One is the saturated hydrocarbon and another one is the unsaturated hydrocarbon. So in case of the saturated hydrocarbon, the one carbon atom is attached with the another carbon atom by the help of a single bond. Or in case of the unsaturated hydrocarbon, the multiple bonds are present. Multiple bonds means the one carbon atom is attached to the another carbon atom either by a double bond or by a triple bond. So the compound in which the multiple bonds are present, they are called unsaturated compound or unsaturated hydrocarbon, whereas the compound in which only single bonds are present, they are known as saturated compound or saturated hydrocarbon. Now before starting the practical, let us discuss the characteristic of the functional group. The characteristic of the functional group. So the first characteristic is the physical and the chemical property of the compound containing different functional group are usually different. It means that if the functional group are different, so definitely the physical property will be different as well as the chemical property will be different. Now the second characteristic is there exists a homologous series of compound containing each type of functional group. For example, if we are talking about the alcohol, so the homologous series of alcohol is, we all know very well, the first member of the alcohol family is methanol, and the formula for the methanol is CH3OH. Now the next member is CH3CH2OH, that is ethanol. Now third member is CH3CH2CH2OH, that is propanol. So this is known as the homologous series of the alcohol. Now let us discuss the significance. What is the significance of the functional group? So the first significance of the functional group is that the study of a large number of known organic compounds becomes systematic. If we know about the functional group, so definitely the property of the same functional group will be similar. And the second one is, identification of organic compound become easy on the basis of the functional group. If we want to identify any organic compound, and if it has any functional group, so it's very easy to determine the property, physical property as well as the chemical property of that compound. Now let us start the practical. So the heading of the practical is test for functional group. Now under this heading, our first heading is test for unsaturation. Test for unsaturation. Now the question arises, what is meant by unsaturation? What is unsaturation? And the answer is the presence of double bond, that is carbon-carbon double bond, or the triple bond, that is carbon-carbon triple bond, is known as unsaturation. Now it is clear, if the double bond is present or if the triple bond is present, so such type of compound are called unsaturated compound. So this is the test for the unsaturation. Now let us discuss what is the basis of testing unsaturation in organic compound. We all know very well that unsaturated compound undergo addition reaction. Unsaturated compound undergo addition reaction. Now it is, I hope it will be clear to you that there is a difference between addition and the substitution reaction, and here I am talking about the addition, sorry, here I am talking about the addition, means the unsaturated compound undergo addition reaction, and if there will be an addition reaction, so definitely there will be breaking of a double or a triple bond. If there will be addition in case of the unsaturation, so definitely there will be a breaking of the double or the triple bond, and that is the main property, that unsaturated compound undergoes addition reaction. Unsaturated compound undergoes addition reaction. Now under this heading, let us do some tests. So our first test is bromine water test. The name of the test is bromine water test, or sometime it is called as the bromine test. It is also known as the bromine test. Now we have two samples, that is sample A and this one is sample B. We have two unknown samples, sample A and sample B. Here the name is displayed, but look at here, this is the sample A and this one is the sample B. Now what happened? First of all, this is the bromine water. This is the reagent bottle and this is the bromine water. This is the dropper. Now take some bromine water and add the few drops of bromine water in the sample A. Now look at here, what happened? The orange, red or the brown color is appear. When we add the bromine water in sample A, the orange, red or brown color is appear. Now shake this. Now look at here, there is no change in the color. The color remains same, means the orange red or the brown color remains same. Okay, now again take the bromine water and put the few drops of bromine water in the sample B. Now again look at here, the orange red or brown color is appear. The orange red or brown color is appear. Now look at here, shake this test tube. This is a test tube. Now shake the test tube B. Now what happened? The color disappear. The orange red or the brown color disappear. Means what is the observation? The observation is disappearance of the orange red or the brown color. So it shows that the sample B is unsaturated. The sample B is unsaturated sample. It is an unsaturated compound, or there is a presence of unsaturation in the sample B. Now what exactly happened? Now when the bromine water react with unsaturated compound means we are talking about the double or the triple bond. Now double bond is present in alkene and the triple bond is present in alkyne. So when the bromine water is added in the double or the triple bonded sample, the bromine will react with alkene to produce dibromoalkane. It produces dibromoalkane because bromine is always present as a Br2. Now the double bond is split. If we are talking about the alkene, the double bond is splitted and one Br is attached to one carbon atom and another Br is attached to the another carbon atom, and alkyne to produce tetrabromoalkane. And if this is a sample of alkyne, so we have a tetrabromoalkane. We have a tetrabromoalkane. And when this reaction occurs, molecular bromine is consumed and its characteristic dark red brown color disappear. Its characteristic red brown color disappear. So it shows the presence of unsaturation. So this is the very important test for the unsaturation with the help of the bromine water. Now let us do the another test for the unsaturation, and that test is known as the Bayer's test. That test is known as the Bayer's test. Now what is Bayer's? Bayer test or Bayer reagent is also known as the alkaline potassium permanganate. Alkaline potassium permanganate is also known as the Bayer's test. And what is the formula for potassium permanganate? KMnO4 is the formula for the potassium permanganate. Now again we have two samples, that is sample A and sample B. Now this is the reagent bottle in which the alkaline KMnO4, that is known as the Bayer's reagent, is present. Now take some Bayer's reagent and put few drops of Bayer's reagent in the sample A. Now look at here, what happened? The color changes. The colorless solution now become pink. It become pink. Now take this solution, shake this solution. Now look at here. Now there will be no change in color. The color remains same. The pink color remains same. Now this is the sample B. Now take some Bayer's reagent, that is alkaline KMnO4. Now put some drops of the Bayer's reagent in the sample B. Now again there is a appearance of a pink color. There is a appearance of pink color. Now in both the test tube we have the samples which whose color changes from changes from colorless to pink. Now take this test tube and shake this test tube. Now look at the result. Now what happened? The color disappears. The pink color disappears in sample B. It means that the observation is decolorization of pink color. This is the observation, decolorization, the color disappear, decolorization of pink color in sample B. So it proves that it is a unsaturated compound, or the inference is the presence of unsaturation, or unsaturation is present in sample B. Now why the color disappear? Now why the color of the potassium permanganate disappear from the sample B? Now what happen when KMnO4 react with saturated compound such as unsaturated compounds such as alkenes or alkynes? It oxidizes carbon-carbon double bond to give alkane diols and the carbon-carbon triple bond to give carboxylic acid. So the pink color of permanganate, that is the pink color of potassium permanganate, is destroyed in the reaction, and the brown precipitate of MnO2, that is the manganese dioxide, is produced. So these two tests are the tests for the unsaturation. The first one is the bromine water test or the bromine test, and the second test is the Bayer's test, that is known as the Bayer's reagent. It takes place with the help of the Bayer's reagent, or it is the Bayer's test.